Welcome to the NBA 5 on 5, the season stat leaders daily follow up. And this one is after the three games that were played on Tuesday, November 11th. And this was the 24th game day. So, in these 24 days, we had a lot of games, we had a lot of fun, a lot of situations, and let's go to our MVP race leaders. So, at the first place, we have Nikola Jokić from Denver with 42.83 NBA 5 on 5 points. At the second place, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee with 39.93 NBA 5 on 5 MVP points. At the third place, we have Stephen Curry from Golden State Warriors with 39.41 MVP points. At the fourth place, we have Kevin Durant from Brooklyn with 38.13 NBA 5 on 5 MVP points. And at the fifth place, we have Chris Paul from Phoenix Suns with 37.07 points. Now, let's take a at NBA official efficiency points. We have here Nikola Jokić at first place as well with 36.3. At the second place, we have two players with same score, which is 31.75, and those are Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee Bucks and Kevin Durant from Brooklyn Nets. At the fourth place, we have Jonas Valanciunas with 28.17, and at the fifth place, we have Stephen Curry with 28. Now let's take a look at player impact estimate. We again made this list only for players that average 12 minutes or more per game. And at first place, we have Nikola Jokić from Denver with 26 points, Kevin Durant from Brooklyn at second with 21.5, at the third, Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee with 20.4, player impact estimate points at fourth, Jimmy Butler from Miami with 19.2, and at the fifth, we have Rudy Gobert from Utah with 18.9. Now let's take a look at the player efficiency rating, also for players that average 12 or more minutes per game. Here we have Nikola Jokić again at first place with 35.1. At the second place, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee with 29.7. At third place, we have two players with same score, Kevin Durant from Brooklyn and Jimmy Butler from Miami with 29. And at the fifth, we have Montrezl Harrell from Washington with 27.4 PER points. Now let's take a look at box plus minus for players that average 12 or more minutes per game. At the first place, we have Nikola Jokić from Denver with 14.3. At the second, we have Jimmy Butler from Miami with 9.8. At the third, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee with 9.7. At the fourth, Kevin Durant from Brooklyn with 8.3. And at the fifth, Mike Muscala from OKC with 7.7. Now let's take a look at NBA fantasy points. Here we have Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee at the first place with 55.3. At the second place, we have Nikola Jokić from Denver with 54.5. At third, we have Anthony Davis from Lakers with 49.3. Fourth place is shared by Paul George from Clippers and Stephen Curry from Golden State Warriors with 48.7 fantasy points per game. Now let's take a look at the WARP, value over replacement player. Nikola Jokić is his first again with 1.3. Giannis Antetokounmpo second from Milwaukee with 1.2. At the third place, we have two players, Kevin Durant and Jimmy Butler, with 1.1. And at the fifth place, we have Stephen Curry from Golden State Warriors with 0.9. Now let's take a look at the net rating for players that play 12 or more minutes in average per game. And here we have at first place Nemanja Bjelica from Golden State Warriors with 31.5 net rating points. At second, we have Andre Iguodala also from Golden State Warriors with 23.6. At third, we have Nerlens Noel from New York with 21.2. At fourth, we have Chimenzi Metu from Sacramento with 20.9. At fifth, we have Derrick Jones Jr. from Chicago with 20.4. Now let's take a look at the usage rate of the players. Also, we took a look at players that play an average 12 or more minutes per game. So first place, Luka Doncic, 35.7% usage rate. Donovan Mitchell from Utah, 34.8. Paul George, Clippers, 34.5. At fourth, Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee, 33.8. And at the fifth, Caris LeVert from Indiana, 33.6. Now let's take a look at the win share. Here we have a shared first place with Nikola Jokić and Jimmy Butler, both with 2.4 win share points in the moment. At the third, we have Kevin Durant from Brooklyn with 2.3 share points in the moment. Montrezl Harrell from Washington, 2.2. And then at the fifth, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo and Stephen Curry, both with 2.1 win share points in the moment. Now let's take a look at the best scorer in the moment. And this is Kevin Durant from Brooklyn, averaging 29.5 points per game. At the second, Stephen Curry from Golden State Warriors, averaging 27.4. Third place, Paul George from Clippers, averaging 26.7. At the fourth place, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee, averaging 26.6 points. And at the fifth, we have Ja Morant from Memphis Grizzlies, averaging 26.5. Now, let's take a at the leaders in rebounds per game. Here we have Rudy Gobert from Utah Jazz at 15.5 at the first place. Second, Jonas Valanciunas from New Orleans Pelicans with 14. Third, Nikola Jokić from Denver with 13.6. At the fourth, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo from Milwaukee with 11.8. At the fifth, we have fifth shared place, Bam Adebayo from Miami and Christian Wood from Houston with 11.5. Now let's take a look at the players leading in assists per game. At the first place, we still have Chris Paul from Phoenix with 10.9. At the second, we have Trae Young from Atlanta with 9.3. At the third, we have Russell Westbrook from Lakers with 8.9. At the fourth, we have James Harden from Brooklyn with 8.8, and then shared fifth place from DeJounte Murray from San Antonio Spurs and Damian Lillard from Portland, both with 8.2 assists per game. Now let's take a look at the best blockers per game until now, and this is first place Miles Turner from Indiana, 3.2. Second, Brook Lopez, Milwaukee Bucks, 3. Third place, Al Horford from Boston, 2.4. At fourth place, Anthony Davis from Lakers, 2.3. And at the fifth, Mo Bamba from Orlando with 2.2. Now let's look at the steals per game leaders. At the first place, we have Alex Caruso from Chicago with 2.6. At the second, Paul George from LA Clippers with 2.5. Shared the second place with Gary Trent Jr. from Toronto, which has also 2.5 steals per game. And at the fourth place, we have three players, Matthias Thybulle from Philadelphia, LeBron James from Lakers, and Marcus Smart from Boston Celtics, all with 2.3 steals per game. Now let's take a look at the true shooting efficiency by value percentage. And we have here at the first place, Montrezl Harrell with 67.91, Nikola Jokić from Denver, 61.20, Kevin Durant from Brooklyn, 60.04%, Jimmy Butler from Miami, and Bam Adebayo from Miami. So Jimmy Butler at fourth, 58.66, and Bam Adebayo at fifth with 57.51. Now let's take a look at the field goal percentage. We took this list presents players who average 8.3 points or more per game, and in the moment the average for the league is 8.3 points per player. So at the first place we have Robert Williams III from Boston with 72.3 field goal shooting percentage. At the second, Rudy Gobert from Utah with 71.8 field goal percentage. At the third, Daniel Gafford from Washington with 68.1. Then we have at fourth, Jarrett Allen from Cleveland with 67.9, and a new face on the list, Ivica Zubac from Clippers, 66.1. Bravo Ivice, samo tako, samo napred. So now let's take a look who made most 3 points until now in total. And this is Stephen Curry from Golden State Warriors with 55 3 points until now. At the second place, Buddy Hield from Sacramento, 50. At the third place, Grayson Allen from Milwaukee with 44. And at the fourth place, three players with 43s until now, which are Carmelo Anthony from Lakers. Great job, great play, Anthony. CJ McCollum from Portland, and Fred VanVleet from Toronto. Now let's take a look at the 3-point percentage shooting, and the league average is 9 threes until now. So we took the 3-point percentage list presents players who shot 9 or more 3 points until now. At this list we have at first place, Jonas Valanciunas with 54.5. At second place, Nemanja Bjelica with 52.2. At third place, we have Eric Gordon from Houston with 51.3. And at the fourth place, shared Carmelo Anthony 50%, DJ Agustin 50%, and Romeo Langford from Boston 50%. And the triple-double and double-double list did not change. So we have still Russell Westbrook with 3 triple-doubles and 6 double-doubles. James Harden from Brooklyn, 3 triple-doubles, 5 double-doubles. Nikola Jokić from Denver, 1 triple-double, 8 double-doubles. Kevin Durant from Brooklyn, 1 triple-double, 6 double-doubles. And at the fifth, Stephen Curry from Golden State Warrior, 1 triple-double, 4 double-doubles. So we hope we're keeping you up the track. We just want to be unbiased and want to present the stats which will support the decision made by I and made not in an objective way probably, but subjective. We cheer for different teams, we cheer for different players. Matter of fact that we have some amazing players in the league in the moment. Matter of fact is that there are some huge games, that there are some huge plays, that there is a diversity in a game style, and that it's going to be more fun as the season progresses. Now we want to wish you a great game day in a few hours, and let's play the game. So the game would be, you need to subscribe and you need to like the video. You need to tell us who do you cheer for, who's your favorite team, who's your favorite player or players, and give us suggestions. Who's your MVP in the moment and why? And until the next day, the 25th game day, we wish you all the best.